come send in any forms of art. All art is accepted here. Welcome. How's it going, everybody? My name is Amon, in case you don't know who I am, and today is September 18th, 2025. We got quite a bit in store for you guys. We have Trump red statues, as well as the artist of the day, and also some live updates about the Jimmy Kimmel incident that happened today. So those are just some topics, but while we are also waiting for that, please feel free to send in any art that you may have. All forms of art is accepted here. You could be beginning, you could be new, you could be old. It does not matter, especially if you already sent it in here before. We'd love to see all forms of art. All works are accepted here. So please feel free to come join us. Everything is welcome. Would love to have you guys in, as well as showcase your guys' work. So please come in, come join us, come hang out. Send in any forms of art that you guys may have. I know there's quite a bit that's happening today, but guys in, as well as let me stop that. Alrighty. Go ahead. Welcome to all the people that are just now joining us. Hopefully, if you are joining us, please feel free to send in any forms of art. All art is welcome and accepted here, as long as it's appropriate, of course, to YouTube or TikTok or and stuff like that. But other than that, yeah, please feel free to send in anything that you guys may want. We already have 2 for today, but hopefully we'll get a little bit more. Hopefully get more people coming in. But yeah, go ahead, come join us, send in your art. All art is accepted here. Please feel free to send in any forms of art. All art is welcome here. We already have 2 on the table if we can. So please come and join us. And then hopefully we can go ahead and get some new submissions in here. Welcome in. If this is your first time here, my name is Amon. I'm trying to help support the individual artists, which means you, as much as possible. So please feel free to send in any forms of art. All art is accepted and welcomed here. It could literally just be anything. As long as it makes you create, I consider it as art. So, but how am I doing today? I guess, I'm having a very good day. I'm having a good day. I woke up, didn't eat anything. I was able to walk my dog and stuff like that, but other than that, nothing else. But please, if you're just now joining us, the queue is open. So if you want to go ahead and send in any art that you may have, whether you're watching this live or you have watched this before, you can send it right down to the email down below if you want to go ahead and send in any works that you may have. It is most definitely appreciated. So please feel free to send in anything. All is welcome. Luckily, we actually got 2 submissions already. We'll be showing those in a minute, but I was just gonna let some people be able to, if they want to go ahead and send in their work, they can go and send in their work right now if they wanted to. But how you guys doing today? I hope you guys are having a great Thursday. I feel like this week has been forever. Hey, okay, Ayo, what's up? Hi, hello, welcome in everybody who's able to come in and join us right now. Please feel free to send any art down to the email down below. Love to showcase it. The more artists we get in here, if you guys are liking this, please like the live, share the live. The more likes and shares that we get, the more we're able to help support each other, as well as grow bigger as an audience. So please feel free to go ahead and send in your artwork. If not, I think I'm going to go ahead and start just getting into it while I wait for some people to go ahead and upload their stuff. So I guess our first one was this person called Davida Mahich. They went ahead and sent theirs in after the live stream was over. And 2, best show on TikTok. Oh, thank you, Rye. Appreciate it, man. I honestly do appreciate it. I'm trying my best. I'm trying to help support you guys as much as possible. But so this was Davida Machit. They said, I'm Davida. If you want to go ahead and follow them, it's Div I'll highlight it. Maybe you guys can see it a little bit better, but that is their IG. I am an illustrator / graphic designer coming out of an art block that lasted 2 years. Attached are a few of my favorite illustrations I've done since January of this year. Still figuring out where I want to go, who I want to be as an artist or a creative person. I felt especially moved by your video, The Revolution Starts with the Arts, and wanted to try to put myself out there even if it's uncomfortable. Thank you for doing what you do. It's so hard to grow on social media as an artist, so any support is awesome. Yeah, exactly. Right. But it's so cool to have you here. Thank you for doing what you do. So I actually got a little sneak peek of this artist. Insane. Very like children's books heavy. Again, too, if you're just now joining us, please feel free to send in any forms of art. You can send it down to the email down below. Would love to showcase it. But really, really like very like storybook-esque type of art. I think it's just so awesome to see someone that's doing this. It says end of the apple. So young, I'm crawling back to start. Yeah. Very cool. Alice in Chains, Rotten Apple. And then here we go. We got Robo Girl. It does remind me of My Teenage Robot, which I think is pretty sick. But like, yeah, very like storybook-esque. I think it's just really cool stuff, to be honest. And again, if you are just now joining us, please feel free to send in any forms of art. The queue is open. You can send down below to the email down below. But man, still really good. Love the cursive work too. Would love to see this animated, to be honest. This would be pretty sick animated. But how are y'all doing today? Let me open this. Why can't I open my... But yeah, no, still very, very cool stuff. This is epic. Oh, thank you so much. Yeah. Yeah, no, this artist is extremely good. I wish they put in a little bit more like a background of like what they do and stuff. But like all this is all like really cool. I wonder if it's hand drawn and then because like this uses of color is just so nice, especially these blends. Still really cool stuff. This was Davida. Thank you, Davida. And again, if you guys like Davida's work, the best way you can do is just honestly just follow them on Instagram. Again, it is called Divius on IG. If you guys want to go ahead and give them a follow. Psychedelic cyberpunk, very pretty. Yeah, of course. Yes, it is. Still very interesting. Yeah, color is so neat. Yeah, of course. Why are you wearing a mask? I'm wearing the mask so that way I don't retain any credit from these artists' work at all. I don't want to take any forms of credit whatsoever. So that's why I wear the mask, because it's not about me. It's about the artists who are displaying their works right up here. So that's the reason why I don't wear the mask. So yeah, that's the main reason. But yeah, still very, very neat work. Very, very cool stuff. And again, if you guys like their work, please like the live, share the live if you guys can. The more artists we get in here, the more we can help support each other and grow as a community. So again, that was Davida. If you guys want to follow Davida, go ahead and follow them on Instagram if you guys can. But thank you, Davida, for sending in your work if you're watching this after. So our next one is Reappearing Ooze. Oh, I'm assuming this is Disappearing Ooze, which is pretty sick. Also, too, I'm going to try to be on tomorrow. Tomorrow is our recap Friday where I display all the artworks that were sent to me. They said, oh yeah, I remember you. They said, hello, Amon. Thanks for checking out my stuff on my website. I watch you say I wish I provided a bit of background. Despite being mysterious, I will. Spewing Bullshit is a running zine I'm working on. It's a mix of a lot of things, but like you said, it's sort of my public diary. It's my vomit onto the page. It is extremely anti-everything. I'm inspired by data, situationist, neonism, the wacky tactics of surrealists. I am a sort of attempting to create a new art movement. Attached is a bad explanation of pro-anti. Spewing Bullshit Art is the website I'm working on which you looked at. It has 4 designs I've released so far. I love what you do. Thanks for being here. Thank you so much. I do appreciate it. So this is some of the work. Pro-anti. So what is pro-anti? Yeah, what is pro-anti? I do not know or care, and it sucks. How do you know it sucks if you don't know what it is? Pro-anti is a pretentious yet unserious exploration of what a rich with abstraction art movement would look like in our post-everything modern world, stealing and plagiarizing from all the most hated and loved art movements of the past and laughing at the idea of it, all creating art that is so anti-it goes all the way back around and vice versa, combining the pro-absurdity and anti-everything of Dada, the anti-profit and pro-liberation of the situationist, the rawness of art brute and outsider art, the anti-audience / creator of the neoist, the thoughtless and automatic nature of the automatism, the wacky tactics, new perspective, obsession with the subconscious of the surrealist, and a complete disregard for goodness, skill, talent. Everything is pro-anti, nothing is pro-anti. Join us. Honestly, that's really cool. I like that. I think honestly that's pretty sick. Especially if that's like your public library. I'm curious to see like this is what you're supposed to say. This is what an unformed idiot would write. What does it say? Me when I read the dictionary? Yeah. It's just hard because I can't, like, it's kind of far away, so it kind of gives me a hard time to like actually like read it. I gotta zoom in. I'm way further from the computer than what you may think. But again, if you're just now joining us, please go ahead and send in any forms of art that you may have. All forms of art is accepted here. The queue is open. The best way you could do that is honestly send it down to the email down below. All art is welcome here. So please send in any forms of art that you may have. Would love to showcase it as well. But that was Reappearing Ooze. Here's their website that they had. If I can go ahead and find it. They sent in their work before. Oh, maybe I gotta go all the way back. But oh, right here. This is their website that they were talking about. This is the Spewing Bullshit. If you guys want to check it out, it's spewingbullshit.art. Right here, which I thought was pretty cool. Yeah, and this is like their full diary. With some of the stuff that they do. Really cool, very artistic. So if you guys want to give it a read, please, by all means, go to their website. It's spewingbullshit.art. If you guys want to go ahead and check them out. Still, really cool stuff. So appreciate it. Thank you again, Spewing News. Also, too, if you haven't joined our Discord, please join our Discord. You can find it down below. All artists are accepted there. Please join us. We have over 60, but we're growing every day. So, love to have you guys on there. But thank you, Reappearing Ooze, for saying that in. I do appreciate it. Our next one that we got is MK. MK has sent in their stuff before. They said, jacket and nails I made. I like to use the body like a canvas, head to toe, little dusty because it's stuff I wear. So everyone should read it. No one should read it. Of course. But thank you. Thank you again for saying that in. I do appreciate it. Jacket and nails I made. I like to use the body like a canvas, head to be a little dusty because it's stuff I wear. Oh, dang. These are really out there. I'm kind of digging it, to be honest. I like it. Though I would expect it to be heavy. Isn't it? Oh, I see you got the nail underneath to help hold it, but still, these are pretty sick. Especially to have like a whole like Lego piece. I don't know. That's pretty cool though. And then you got your next one. Oh, which is the eye prints. Is this on the back or the front of it? Those ones were low-key so heavy. What are they? So these are what the nails are. I'm assuming this is the pieces of jewelry that you go ahead. Sorry, just entered. Yeah, this is MK. MK is an artist on here. This is some of the pieces that they have done. I don't know if they want to explain real quick, but pretty sick still. It looks like, yeah, it looks like old pieces of jewelry. This is the one that you make, right? You make these, correct? Like the jewelry itself, or no? I guess I'm a little curious about that. But and then here is the eyes on the back of the dress. Also, too, if you are just now joining us, please feel free to send in any forms of art. All art is accepted here. We'd love to showcase your work. And also, too, if you guys are liking this, please like the live, share the live. The more artists we get in here, the more we can actually help grow and support each other. And if you haven't joined our Discord, please join our Discord. We have about 60 other artists in there. So if you want to come hang out with them, please do. It's recycled stuff. Okay. Yeah, that's what I thought. That's real cool. Must be heavy if they're for nails. Yeah. But I also like these eyes designs. And yes, it's the back of a blazer. Okay. I do like the eyes. You should add a bunch of more. See what it does. That'd be pretty sick. You should do art account audits too. Help figure out why artists aren't growing. Yeah. Honestly, yeah. We could probably do that with the Instagram one. That was just sent in for the other one. That's actually not that bad of an idea. But MK, always great to have you send in stuff. I actually really like the eyes that you have done with this, since content creation makes your art two different worlds. Yeah, of course. Thank you. I want to work more on it. Yeah, you should. I like the start though, and I love your painting too. I think that's pretty sick. Also, too, I don't think you're on the Discord, correct? Yeah, I don't think you're on. If you're just now joining us, please join our Discord. By the way, love to have you guys on the Discord hanging out. But thank you. Thank you, MK, for saying that in. Woo, MK6 stuff. Yeah, of course. Yes, and again, if you are liking this, please like the live, share the live. The more likes and shares that we get, the more we're able to grow as a channel and pop up on people's For You pages. So please like and share. It does help. It does help us grow. So MCM, thank you so much for liking it. Just appreciate it. Yes. Okay. Yeah, send in some more when you actually do. But thank you so much. That was MK. Thank you, MK. Our next one is Grace Senior. They said, I don't know if you take Zines, which I do. So if you have a Zine, please go ahead and send it in. But this is one I made a while back as my first Zine about not letting apathy and pessimism get you down in this fucked up world, and what actions we can take to help. Is there an invite for me to go on, or should I just type in the link? Just type in the link. It makes it easier, to be honest. Let me see if I can. Maybe I could put it in chat real quick. Sometimes it's weird. Let's see. Yeah, just type in the link. Yeah, I don't think it's gonna let me right now. But yeah, I think that will work better. But But yeah, if you want to join, please join. I always recommend it. It's always nice to have more people in there too as well. It would just be cool. So, alrighty. So this is Grace Senior. Grace, thank you so much for sending in your Zine. I do appreciate it. Let me. Oh, I gotta download it first. Give me a quick second. And again, if you are just now joining us, please, I accept all forms of art. All art is welcome here. So please go ahead, send it down below. Please like the live, share the live, and also don't be afraid to give your opinions. This is an open opinion place. So please, please, please go ahead and send in any forms of art that you may have. Okay. Design is downloaded. I'm assuming there's just no audio, but oh, this is cool. Maybe I can make it bigger for you guys. Oh, you watch Prince Shakur? What's the symbol on your mask? The symbol on my mask is the communism symbol right here. So, but this is cool. Oh, we're okay. But do you feel powerless? Does the world feel you too much? What's the point in activism? So yeah, I'm gonna DM you on Discord later. Okay, sounds good. Our government wants us to stay silent to inundate ourselves with constant information on our hiney. I can't read that. I'm so bad at reading. I think I honestly might need glasses. Direct action. This is cool. You should do a you should what's it called? On the printer. I can't think of it. I don't know why I can't think of it. It's kind of annoying me that I can't think of what it's called, but you should turn it into digital for sure. I think making it digital so that way people can go ahead and see it. So that way it's a little more clear, because it seems like your writing's pretty good too. And again, if you are just now joining us, please go ahead. Feel free to send in any forms of art. All art is accepted and welcomed here. So please, please, please do. It will be nice to have some more submissions. But thank you, Grace. If you got any more designs, please. Digitize. Yeah, digitize. I don't know why I can't think of it. It always just sucks. Oh, scan. Yeah, photocopy. Yes, photocopy. Thank you. I always get brain farts of that type of stuff. But yeah, photocopy. You should photocopy it and then upload it so that way people can actually see like the full thing. Because I think it's it looks pretty cool. I want to actually read it too. So please send that in. And again, if you are just now joining us, please feel free to send in any forms of art. All art is accepted and welcomed here. My name is Amon. Would love to showcase. And then if you guys are liking this, please like the live, share the live. The more likes and shares that we get, the more we can grow and grow bigger as an audience too. And if you haven't joined our Discord, please join our Discord. It would be cool to have more people in there, as well as more artists too as well. But as we wait, let me check spam real quick. And again, all forms of art. It could be music. We had ceramics. We had what was it? We have writings, poetry, anything like that at all. Please, it's all accepted here. Do not be afraid to send it in. Would actually love to have you send it in. And please like and share. Invite your artist friends, please. The more artist friend stuff. But thank you, Grace, again for saying that stuff in. Do appreciate it. Political design for sure. Let me check the spam. Yeah. So again, the queue is open. So if you want to go ahead and send in your work, please send it down to the email down below. We'd love to do this for as long as possible. But you know, there's only so much you could do if not so many people are sending in their submissions. But while we wait for more submissions to go ahead and come on in, we can go ahead and just move on to artist of the day. So this was an artist that I wanted to go ahead and showcase. I actually thought it was pretty cool because it was due to this. I saw some crazy shit today. You should look up simulacronatria when you get a chance. Okay, I can go ahead and look it up. Actually, I'll probably do that right now if I can spell it. But the Discord link is invalid. Tried, but it's not letting me. Oh my gosh. Okay, wait. Give me a second. Let me update it. Let me go ahead and update it so that way you guys can go ahead and be able to. Okay, cool. Oh yeah, it is invalid. Oh snap, my bad. Okay, there you go. It's updating now. Okay. It should be updated. Let me update the one on TikTok too. I don't know why it invalidates like every like 5 days. I think it's kind of dumb. But the reason why I'm bringing this up is because I saw this article today. This was actually quite some time ago, but this person is still like very relevant in what they're doing. This is a red sculpture of Trump emerging from a manhole that I thought was actually pretty interesting. We can go over. And so, a sculpture of President Donald Trump emerging from a manhole created by artist James Colomia is displayed in Manhattan, New York City on July 23rd, 2025. The sculpture titled Donald was removed by maintenance workers the same day. But yeah, this is what it looks like. It looks like it's 3D printed too. I wonder what materials it is used for. But I'm pretty sure that it is 3D printed and like they do like the whole setup. Oh, look at the little mouse. But still, very nice blocking. And then also too, I updated the links, so hopefully you guys can type those in, and then you'll be able to join the Discord. If not, just tell me again, so that way I can go ahead and switch it up. But yeah, very cool stuff. This is by James Malonia. So I looked up the artist. Apparently, there's not a lot. Colomia. Sorry. There's not a lot of information about this artist at all. So I just did a simple search, and then I was able to find their website. Now, apparently, they're still doing this, but they do a lot of political work. Some of it's dark, but I think these, and then they just show the images of it. I haven't yet to find anything that has to do with his face, but like all of these are all like political situations that have been happening around the world. Some of them are just for art's sake, but I still think he's like a really great artist. I want to know what exactly like the material is made out of. But really, really like clean stuff. And then this was the that one. This was the
An
video.
artist's latest installation is causing some to question their choice of vehicle. French street artist James Colomina reportedly installed this red raised arm on a Tesla charging station in Barcelona. It's a reference to the company's owner, Elon Musk, making a controversial hand gesture during one of President Trump's inauguration events. Musk shrugged off suggestions that the move had any Nazi symbolism. Tesla drivers who saw the work have mixed feelings.
I don't think that he did it with that in mind. That's what I think.
I like my.
I don't know. What do you
Tesla a
guys
lot.
think of
It's
this
nice
like
to
type
drive,
of
But
type
since
of,
all these things happen, I feel a little bit ashamed
type
to
of public
drive a
art?
Tesla. To be
It's kind of like
honest.
what Banksy is
Musk
doing,
was
but
criticized by some and supported.
do you think it's effective? I am curious to know. I think it starts a conversation for sure. It's a little on the nose, yeah. I think sometimes it for sure starts a conversation. And it'll be interesting, definitely effective, yeah. I think like the Banksy one that we went over just a couple of days ago. I think it sometimes has its effectiveness, and I do sometimes think that sometimes it's not as effective as it can be. You know, and a reminder of who's in office, yeah. I feel like with this stuff, it could just be like, I feel like this would be noticeable. Like sometimes I would just, like I probably would never have noticed that if I walked down the street, to be honest. This would literally just be something I like would not like look up to even see. I wish I had articles explaining like what each piece actually meant, so that way I'm just not a little bit left in the dark. And I would also like to know like the material that he uses too. And again, if you are just now joining us, please feel free to send in any forms of art. All art is welcome. If you haven't joined our Discord, join our Discord down below. Again, the queue is open, so please feel free to send in any works that you may have. But like, it would be cool if like all the Tesla charging stations all had one. You know? Then I'd feel like, I think, yes, I'm looking into rebellion as a theme for my Art A level, which has got me into street art like this. Some good artists I've been researching is Spelling Mistakes Cost Live and Miles Glynn. Wait, who's this? Wait, I'll look at the things that you guys sent me. Oh man. Spelling Mistakes Cost Live. Let's see. Here's your guys' ASMR too, by the way. I spelled it so wrong. Cost Lives Limited. Just sent in some art. Okay, I'll go ahead and showcase it in a little bit, but I wanted to see. I mean, that's kind of cool how you're able to doing a paper on this, but anti-birdhouse house. Air overview. Hey! Do I let's see. Do I look like it? That's crazy. Honestly, this is actually pretty cool. But we'll get back to it. Let me go ahead and showcase. Thank you, Matthew, for saying they're in. Also, too, if you guys are just now joining us, please send in any forms of art. All art is welcome and accepted here. Please, 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 all forms of art. And you can send it down to the email down below. If you're on TikTok, it's right here if you want to go ahead and send in any forms of art. Also, too, if you just want to share, oh my God, Cameo never told us he had a side hustle. Yeah, that's my side hustle. Yeah, I just break into places. And I also model for artists. So now you know. Now you guys know my secret. Okay, new piece I just finished. Oh, Matthew, you sent your stuff in here before, haven't you? Because that name, Matthew Rogers, seems so familiar. Yes, sir. Okay. Yeah, join our Discord, bro. Please join our Discord. We'd love to see more of your work. To be honest. You do commissions, don't you, or no? And again, if you are just now joining us, please send in your work. All forms of art is accepted here. And if you are liking this live, please like the live, share the live. The more likes and shares that we get, the more we can grow as an audience, as well as help support artists the more we can. I just do it for the love of the game. Okay. That's understandable. This is sick. I like how complicated it is. Oh, look, it's a little flower. How big is this piece? Abstract, do you want to come on and explain a little bit about this piece? If you're down. If not, it's all good. I get it. I don't know if you'd be down to. Yeah, sure. Okay. I'll go ahead and invite you. And then let's see. Okay, I sent an invite. It scratches the right parts of my brain with detail. Yeah.
Yo.
Okay. Let me see if make sure everyone can hear you real quick.
Yeah, no problem.
Alrighty. So, I know you sent in works before. Wait, let me see if I can pull them up real quick. Yeah, just explain a little bit about yourself, who you are, and how long you've been painting.
Yeah, so my name is essentially Abstract Ambiguity. I primarily do just abstract work in general. I try to focus as much as I can on small details. It's just kind of how my brain's wired.
Mm-hmm.
This piece here, like I said, it took me about 4 months, and it's about a little bit bigger than probably like the size of like a regular laptop. That's how big this paper is. Yeah, and then in general, I just recently started getting into watercolor painting and putting my designs over that. I think I sent some of that in as well. But yeah, it's just like I just love doing abstract work, honestly, man.
Yeah. Oh yeah. So here's some other pieces that you have sent in. How long does it typically take you to do this stuff?
Depending on how locked in I am, honestly, like for the most part, like something like that would take probably like a week or two. Nothing. That's one of my more calmer pieces, just because like the details are a little bit more exaggerated.
Mm-hmm.
But when it comes to like the more intricate stuff, that would take me like at least a month to like get all the small details that I personally can fit in. Because like the smallest pen that I use is a Micron 005.
Dang.
So I'm really kind of like locking in on that paper.
Oh, okay. And then you don't do like any, you just do this just for the love of it, correct? Or
yeah, I have people ask me like if they want me to commission like tattoos and stuff. I'm like, I'll just draw it just to draw it, bro. Like, so it's like, yeah, I'm not trying to like make it big. I just love doing art, man. Like in general. Yeah, and like a piece like this would be a one that takes me like a little bit more when it comes to like time. But hell yeah, dude.
Yeah. What's up with the skulls? It seems like you have a huge fascination with skulls.
They're just easy to draw. Like they're easy to draw and like easy to kind of like pop off. So with it being like pretty much like a white base, I can put as much color as I can in it, and it's not gonna hide the design of what it is. Like obviously it's a skull, so it's like I don't want to do something too busy or something too complicated when it comes to a centerpiece.
Okay, and then how long did this one take you?
That one I want to say took me about 2 months for that one, just because with all the coloring and everything. Yeah, that would take a little bit longer.
So after you draw it, does it just essentially become like a coloring book to you?
Yeah, which is funny is because a lot of people tell me that they want me to do a coloring book. But right now, like I literally just have like stacks on stacks of drawings and like stuff that I've done over the years. So once it's done, I just kind of sit on it. Like I don't know what the fuck to do with it. So like this one, like you said, this one that took me the longest, like it's just here.
Dang. Yeah, no, that would be sick if you could make a coloring book with it. Honestly, some marker heads would love it. For sure.
Oh hell yeah, I could definitely see that. But let me go ahead. Let me let you off. I got some stuff to do. I appreciate you having me on. I'll definitely be in some more of the lives. And you said there's a Discord, right?
Yeah, there's a Discord that you can go ahead and join. We'd love to have you in there too.
Yeah.
one last thing before you go. What do you do for work, and what's your end game with all this?
So I work from home, so it's pretty easy to kind of like do ideas and stuff like that. And as far as end game, I don't think I have an end game. Like honestly, like I said, I just like when I'm in the mood, I just pull out that pen and just start going.
Okay, awesome.
So it's like, yeah.
Yeah, thank you so much, Abstract, for just hopping on and explaining a little bit about your work, man.
Yeah. Yeah,
Appreciate
of course. I love to see y'all, man. Appreciate what you're doing with the art community. So keep it up.
All right, thank you. Have a good one.
Yeah, you too.
Bye. Again, that was Abstract Ambiguity on TikTok. If you guys want to go ahead and give them a follow. Thank you so much for saying that stuff in, man. Again, I do appreciate it. Really cool. Especially seeing just such complex works like these and just hearing a little details about them and stuff. But yeah, really, really cool stuff. Alrighty, we also had another one. Again, if you are just now joining us, please feel free to send any forms of art to the email down below. All art is accepted here. And if you guys are liking this, please like the live, share the live. The more likes and shares that we get, the more we're able to help grow and help support each other. So I remember EGAP. Yeah. This is MCM. Yeah. I don't know why I keep on. I'm just used to seeing your name, your username, to be honest. But yeah, you actually came on. Oh, it was so sick talking with you. I remember that. About some of your work. Yeah, this is just some more of your lights, lamps. Some more of your lamps. For the people who don't know, MCM likes to reuse old parts, and these are all like recycled lamps, and it's like still very, very cool stuff. Oh yeah, and then you're also doing the art collective thing too in New York. I remember that. At least I think I do. Unless I'm wrong, unless that's someone else, then that's kind of embarrassing. But I'm pretty sure you wanted to do that. This is cool. I don't know what is happening with Discord, but all your links are invalid. Oh, that's stupid. Maybe I just put it in wrong? Hold on. Let me see. Maybe I could do it one more time. Let's see if this works. Okay, I got another copy. So hopefully it's working this time. Oh, I'm stupid. Wait, hold on. Okay, maybe it could work this time. Let me see. Okay. That's weird. It usually never does that. It usually works. Let me update these. Okay. Okay, hopefully these are all like updated now. Go ahead and try it again. If not, then I literally have no idea what's wrong. But again, this is MCM. EGAP Naval. They were just, maybe it's just me, I don't know. Yeah. I mean, sometimes Discord is weird too. So I wouldn't actually blame you at all. Because it did give me like a different code or whatever it is. So maybe it is like a Discord thing. Who knows? But again, this is just some of their works. Like very cool, like old wires and stuff. Still very, very cool stuff. I'd love to see I think you yeah, you just do this for a lovely game. I would love to see like how your warehouse is, where you just store all these. Like it's just so cool. And then I don't know if you're on the Discord. I think you are, MCM. Or at least you could be. But still, again, too, if you are just now joining us, please feel free to send in any forms of art. All art is accepted here. So please, please, please send in any art that you may have. So all forms of art is accepted. If you are just now joining us, you can send it down to the email down below, as well as join our Discord. All artists accepted there. So the more artists we get, the more we can help grow and become bigger. Oh, that's cool. Just love the way that it looks. It looks very, I think I said very, no warehouse yet. Oh, okay. So this is like all in your garage or whatever. Well, hopefully you'll get a warehouse. I hope you do. So I think that would be very cool. Oh yeah. This is just sick. It would be especially cool if you're able to do like a see-through type of thing. But still. Just the basement. LOL, I'm in New York City. I can only rent a room. Oh yeah, no, that makes sense. Well, your room's probably really sick. So dope stuff, man. Also keep me updated whether or not the Discord link is working. I need to know. Because I don't want to accidentally not have it be working. But going back to this the artist James. Again, you can visit this website, James Colomia. If you guys want to check out all of their works, especially if you're a fan of the work. Honestly, this would be a cool little screensaver. This one right here would be pretty sick. But yeah, this is James Colomia. Another thing too I wanted to showcase was this, that which is actually kind of crazy. I thought everyone should be aware of this. Is that Trump's complains about the Smithsonian fixated on how bad slavery was. So something to remember, which is actually crazy. In August, Trump made a statement bashing the Smithsonian Museum for being too woke, out of control, and only portraying America in a negative light. He especially is not fond of exhibits showcasing slavery. He wants these exhibits, plus anything he thinks is too woke, to be removed so the people can focus on the success and brightness America will become. However, on the 16th, I think this Wednesday, this Tuesday, the exhibits on slavery were removed in New York museums and national parks. So talk about like the biggest form of censorship. It's actually kind of crazy, like how bad it is getting. Yeah, he said that the Smithsonian is out of control, where everything discussed is how horrible our country is, how bad slavery was, and how unaccomplished the downtrodden have been. Nothing about success, nothing about brightness, nothing about the future, he added. So talk about censorship at its finest. Honestly, it is the America was entirely built on the back of others. It has a brutal history, without a doubt, and to have it to be censored or to be like, oh, it's too scary or whatever, I don't know. It should always be used as like a remembrance of how we could become better than what we started as. And by like completely erasing it, you're disregarding the very like the deaths that came from it and everything else from it, that so especially from museums, which I think, so that's like all works of art, anything like that. It's just terrible. Yeah, so the Smithsonian's 21 museums contain numerous exhibits covering a wide array of topics. Among them are the nation's history of slavery, technological advancements in space and flight, America's various military campaigns, and the evolution of the entertainment industry. Came under scrutiny earlier this month after it removed a display that highlighted Trump's impeachment cases. The display at the National Museum of America's History was later restored and updated, version of information about Trump's impeachment. So I think it's just disgusting, especially to remove it. It literally makes no sense. It really sucks for you guys over in America. However, I believe in you guys. Love from Wales, if that counts for anything. Oh, thank you. Yeah, it's literally erasing history. It's whitewashing. That's all it is. It's whitewashing history, making you believe that, oh, we're all good. It's slowly brainwashing you into believing it, so that way, like, future generations don't actually know the troubles or how dark America actually is. Very dictatorship move at that too. So that's why art is so important. It reflects the time. Art reflects life, and which is why artists should still be creating art, no matter what. It's the best form of highlighting history, I guess. But yeah, that was also another thing. So the reason why I brought this up was because it also leads to what is happening. It seems like, the whole Trump administration has been on a huge crackdown lately on mostly the entertainment industry, as well as like particular points in history. It seems like, they're censoring, like, again, the arts for sure about it. So like, Democrats introduced bill to protect free speech following Kimmel's suspension. Yeah, I wanted to talk about the Jimmy Kimmel situation that has happened. Again, another form of censorship. And it wasn't even that bad. Yeah. Well, here's the thing with Jim Kim. Okay? I don't like him. I don't really care that he gets canceled. I don't really care that his show got taken off, because I never liked him to begin with, because he did blackface. He did the Shaquille O'Neal blackface like a long time ago. And they designed Antifa terrorist group today. They did? Oh, bro. Yeah. I mean, it must be a Matt Damon fan. Yeah. I mean, no, that's the only thing I hold Jimmy Kimmel to. And I also don't think he's kind of funny overall, but I do not agree with this. I don't think he deserved to get suspended. The whole right has been like, oh, freedom of speech. And then, when they talk about a neo-Nazi, they automatically get in trouble, which, again, I don't like Jimmy Kimmel, but I don't think you deserve to get suspended. Again, another form of censorship. This is whitewashing at its finest. This is to I also been hoping to more recently is that I hope Charlie Kirk isn't our Franz Ferdinand, bro. I most definitely hope that he doesn't become. They got rid of Colbert too. Oh, I didn't know that. Yeah. And I know that for sure that they're trying to go after Seth Meyers and then Jimmy Fallon. They're gonna try to like censor them too as well, because Trump doesn't like them because how woke they are. Which again, whitewashing at its finest. Stephen Colbert, he had a great show. Yeah, Stephen Colbert was actually one of the better ones. Of the late night shows. He was just chill. That's what I liked about him. He was just very chill. But yeah, but like honestly, I don't even think he really deserved to get censored or to completely. I'm sure Daily Show is next. Yeah. Which also lately, Daily Show has been hitting. Not gonna lie. But again, the reason why I wanted to bring this up was because I think it's important to the arts, especially the film industry, of how important it is to say what you need to say, because they teach themes that help inspire other people, as well as like to do bigger and better things. And so when you have people censoring you, what this does is that it whitewashes themes, as well as it doesn't help implement, greater causes or highlight certain, certain movements, as well as like people in need, especially in a time like this. So when stuff like this happens, it also helps advocate like, huge Trumpers to help force, I guess it's like reverse cancel culture, where it's like nothing that they say, whatever they say is against them and they have to get canceled right now, or they can't say this. So much as I don't like Jimmy Kimmel and him doing blackface, I don't think he deserved to get his show canceled. Suspended. I do think it is terrible. We live in a fascist government. Yes, we do. 100% we do. We do. We're in the steps of like being full-blown fascists. 100%. We are in the steps of something like they're slowly converting us into getting used to censorship like this, which is why it's so important for artists to like do what they need to do, especially now, to make political work. And I know a lot of people don't want to do political work, but pop quiz then. Like, we are most definitely in the steps of like exactly for a instead of a underground dictatorship, like full like in the front. We live in an oligarchy. So it does suck. When was the first fascist regime and when was the last one? Isn't that... Does cancel culture even work if it's not enforced by the right and fascists? I see all the right-wing comedians, Ricky Gervais, guys who say they get canceled but are still rich. Also too, going back, your first, isn't it Mussolini? Isn't Mussolini like the very first fascist regime? I'm pretty sure. Last thing I need is to get my channel shut down. I'm scared of doing political work. Honestly, you should do political work. Because like, even if like, a lot of people are afraid to like come out of their political beliefs because of like, them getting judged by their family or friends or, even workplaces. It's important to speak your mind, because even then, if they do say that, then you shouldn't be there in the first place. 1919 to 1945. Yeah, I'm pretty sure it is Mussolini. So how get revived 80 years later? It never died. I don't think it was ever dead. I don't think fascism was ever dead. I think it's very apparent. Like, it has been shown. I don't know if you read The Shock Doctrine, which I highly recommend to read. But it most definitely seems like, although they lost the war, the Nazis most definitely won. Like, Ford was a Nazi and implemented all of his like people that worked for him into political powers. So why was the last one in 1945? I think like an outright fascist regime. Yeah, there hasn't been one. So I think outright, yes. But no, there are most definitely people who are still very much huge fascists in government. And I strongly do believe that. They just weren't as forthcoming about it. So, of course, a lot of people are going to be like, oh. So, but, yeah, they already won. If you let just the idea of repression scare you, yeah. I get being afraid to be political. My dad has called me so far gone into the rabbit hole that is anarchism. We still have political discussions and have bad disagreements. Yeah. Yeah. I mean, honestly, it is hard, especially with family. I feel like that's the hardest, and I feel like that's what make afraid artists, like, to be afraid to like say what they want to say. because of like family. It is really sad when you find out there's been dictatorships for authoritarians. Yeah, of course. I mean, those are also like pretty fascist too as well. But yeah, I think that's the biggest thing, is that a lot of people are afraid to do political pieces because, you know, sometimes, I mean, to be honest, sometimes political pieces can be kind of corny. Sometimes it is too on the nose, and sometimes it's like beating a dead horse, which is why artists should be encouraged to be very creative when they do talk about political stuff or highlight stories instead of highlighting the general. Because when you highlight the general, then a lot of people will roll their eyes and be like, "Oh, I don't care." But if you highlight like stories of certain people or particular situations that has happened, then that's when it gets like, oh, maybe, you know, political art is very important. I'm Middle Eastern, so it's funny to me now there's a push to be political. LOL. I mean, you know, artists are going to do whatever artists do. What I'm saying is that if you want to be political, like go all out. Don't hold anything back, you know, because the truth is hard sometimes. He was very left leaning and communist, but he got apathetic working as a teacher and living in poverty. Yeah. Yeah. I mean, that also, like, we should also realize expression only gets us so far. Opinion isn't the problem, right? Yeah. I mean, that is also true. I mean, you got to do much more than, you know, create, you know, political art. You have to do way more than just that. Suppression in the Middle East is just normal life. I'm glad to see people speaking out, though. Yeah. Yeah, just because something is the normal doesn't mean it makes it right, you know? Sometimes we become numb to the idea of like, oh, this is just the way things are, which, you know, that I feel like that's also a form of, you know, suppression, where, you know, you're unable to see a better future. You're unable to do what's best, you know? And yeah, people should speak out. And said that when he looked into nature, hierarchy is inevitable and we can't escape capitalist hierarchy. That's crazy to compare everything to nature. My dad, funny enough, my dad does that same exact thing. Because, I don't know, I think people look to nature because they just see absolutes in nature. That's the reason why. Because it's very black and white and it's easy for them to comprehend. But capitalist hierarchy does not work. It only works because it's the only thing we have ever seen. We haven't ever tried doing different systems in place. Agreed, and that's the kernel of truth in Trump's cultural war against the art world. Yeah. Trump's whole goal for this, like for both of this stuff, for canceling PBS as well as taking off like all those like taking off history books. I mean, taking off museums. His whole goal is literally just to make the, you know, the people who don't do the research be like, oh, okay, well, this is always as it's been, so I'm just gonna keep on going. You seem to be open-minded. I'm on the other spectrum than you. Please boil down fascism to a common denominator that people on my side can understand. I can point to one event where capitalism works. So I do believe that capitalism is only good. Wait, let me rephrase that. I do believe that it only works for a short time. But other than that, you can't get rid of human greed. And so because you can't get rid of human greed, capitalism is 10 times worse than what it is. And also, too, Witcher, please boil down fascism to a common denominator that people on my side can understand. I believe it's, I guess it's just like, you know, dictatorships, I guess. I guess that's like the simplest of forms. Like, fascism doesn't work. It's dumb. It's literally, it's authoritarian, ultra nationalist, politically. Dictatorships have seen not to work. technological innovation. I mean, yeah, but that's like the worst way to do it. You can also claim that, like, you know, community has huge technological innovations, especially when people are promoted to do that stuff. Capitalism is very one-sided, so it restricts ideologies from different people in order to generate like a bigger type of culture, if that makes sense. So of course the only people who can do the you know, the thinking is restricted to one-side thinking because they're the only ones who can afford it. But if we lived in a community-based society where people are encouraged to speak about ideas no matter how dumb they are, it drives huge innovations. The only reason why technological innovation works in capitalism is because of war. War is like the number one thing that people do because we're in such high stress times that it makes us do it. It doesn't come naturally. Yeah, you're proving my point. During the Cold War, the United States was able to mass produce microelectronics that then the Soviet Union, along with innovating space. Yeah, no, you're proving my point exactly. A war is the only thing that actually helps create technological innovation within capitalism. Other than that, like, capitalism makes you inherently also very lazy because once something works, you're going to stick to it for as long as possible until you're forced to actually do it. You don't create innovation. Why do you think like our cars are still so bad? Because it works and that's the only thing that we need. It creates restrictions into it. A lot of people argue that capitalism pushes innovation. However, it only pushes it when it comes to profit. Yes, that is also true. So many innovations that help multiple people is useless if it can't easily be marketable. Horizontal hierarchy, mutual aid, grassroots is above vertical hierarchy capitalism. It's better for the collective. Yeah. And again, it highly centralized economic ideas have their drawbacks compared to decentralized. Yeah, I mean, it's like I said, production and development of technology is primarily for exchange value in capitalism. Yes. Yeah, it's for profit. That's the whole point. People won't, they know there's a lot of cause and effect to that type of stuff because we live in a very like get rich quick scheme type of thing where it's like, you know, I make this, now I'm going to mass produce this and see how much money I can make off of it. And that doesn't drive innovation. Again, it drives greed. But like capitalism only works if you're the one winning. And usually capitalism does thrive off of like getting working off the backs of others as well as taking advantage. It's not just war that drives innovation though, it's profit driven and profit. Yeah, no, that is also another thing. Yeah, that's what I can also agree. It is very profit driven, as everywhere labor is. Yeah, it's like it's working off the backs of others, and so which is why, you know, which is why I say like art is important because it does highlight that, those problems within those systems. It makes it marketable to the people who can't fully like or try to see the ideology of why it's so bad. It helps opens that door, which is why, like, you know, as we were talking like about these like public art, which is why I was asking that question, like, does it work and how it works and how it doesn't work, and you know, like if I knew the history about these, then like yeah, of course we would. But which is why it is important to highlight, you know, stories as well as like, you know, certain events instead of having just a broad thing that makes it hard for people to comprehend. So which is why I was saying it does work and it doesn't work at the same time. Because like if I was an average street goer who, you know, just clocks into my 9 to 5 and I don't really care what's happening in the world, all I care about is paying my bills, I'm not going to, I don't know what this is to me. It's not going to highlight this to me. Or the people with the, you know, people, that's why I'm afraid. That's why I'm afraid with the possibility of being successful through art or any job career. I feel like once I start winning, I won't go back. Oh yeah. The moment you start making money especially doing something that you love, all your worst traits is 10 times. Especially if you're like a really rich person, which is why you're not supposed to meet your heroes. Don't ever meet your heroes, because those are all bad people. Well, I'm not going to say bad people. I take that back. But all their worst traits are times 2. And people help people, which I don't think I'll be like that. But it's a possibility. Yeah. I think the style of them throws the message a bit. It's a little overproduced. Kind of reminds of Cause. Yeah. Yeah. I know what this does is there's a good Black Mirror episode that kind of explains like, you know, like political outcries, I guess, and how soon enough political outcries become very marketable, and then they start making profit, and then the you know, the drive or the original meaning loses its purpose. That's what capitalism does. It just naturally does that to stuff, because, you know, once you start making the money, human greed is inevitable, and then you're just, all you care about is making money at that point. You know, you get used to the lifestyle, you know, never having to worry about paying bills again. Your parents have a home, you know? So it's like, it's natural for people to become inherently evil with that. Or like, why should I care about you, you know, type of mindset. So, oh, this is actually pretty sick. Santa one. But yeah, it's just oh, my life got restricted. That's funny. It said it may have some people uncomfortable. So, greed as we know it is a product of the world we live in, though human nature is variable. Yeah. Yeah. You know. But, you know, capitalism is just so individual. You know, as I was saying in my video, like, it is very like innate. It is very it's a very individualistic mindset, and so when that does happen, it makes you very very bad. Doesn't make you a good person. Like what happened to Banksy, suddenly he became popular, or even hip hop and the gentrification of black culture by white people, the collective, not individuals. Yeah. Exactly. That's why I kind of don't like Banksy. I do like some of the things that they do, but like, it's high performance, high driven capitalistic stuff. Because he makes money. He makes money off of those. Yeah. Yeah, political outcries are profitable. Which is why you got to be careful too when you like do that type of stuff, because you could get lost in the sauce, you know? But that doesn't mean you shouldn't do it. It just means that when the time comes for you to actually make that money, that you're strong enough to actually try to keep it as a community-esque thing, where, you know, if you win, we all win type of mindset. But again, if you're just now joining us, please feel free to send any forms of art too, by the way. I'm still waiting for the queue, but I do appreciate the conversations that we are having, to be honest too. It's good to talk about this type of stuff. For sure. And again, if you're just now joining us, please feel free to send in any forms of art. If not, I think I might call it. What's today? I mean, what time is it? 4:30? And again, if you guys are liking this, please like the live, share the live as much as possible. But yeah, if you haven't joined our Discord too, please join the Discord. We'll love to have you guys there. Bozo, thank you for joining our Discord, man. Appreciate it. Let me switch the roles real quick. Both capitalism and communism have man-made famines. Yeah, I could believe. Yeah. Guess it's really more about the people leading than what they say they believe. Yeah. It really is. I mean, at the end of the day, if you want to be like effective, and if you genuinely don't want to be like a part of like a society that, you know, doesn't care. Oh wait, oh snap! I didn't even see this. Both Capital and Cuba have man-made famines. What's up, Tur? How's it going? I'm doing good. We're just having a cool little conversation while we wait for more art submission. So please go ahead and send us some more art submission. So both capitalism and communism have man-made famines. I mean, we have not seen like a true socialist like government before. The only reason why people have this like false perception of communism is literally because of Russia, which it wasn't. Russia was not like full communism or like how communism works. Communism doesn't even work that. I don't even believe like the full system of communism. I do believe in parts of communism. But I believe I don't know. I think that there's a better system than, you know, a great person who manages to balance that line is Matu Gwendolyn. I encourage anyone to check them out. They are, not to put it lightly, a revolutionary. They make art with the essays they write. Oh, that's cool. Guess it's really more about the people than leading what they say they believe in. Stalin induced the Holodomor, and during the Irish potato famine, the English refused to open soup kitchens. I argue that America isn't fully capitalistic since we have social programs. Ooh, okay. It's pretty crazy. Futurist dystopia shit. There's an exhibit where they're hooking human brain or organoids up to AI. Oh, dang. That is actually kind of sick. Have you all heard of the Holodomor? Yeah, just two people just said that right now. Yeah, I mean, yeah, there's only been a few systems where it was like true socialist type of stuff, but literally the CIA or America just comes in and literally just cuts them out, completely destroys it from the inside. I'd argue America is fully capitalistic, 100% capitalistic. I mean, we only have social programs because back in the day, those social programs got created. We have never had any like new social programs that actually help or are actually implemented within government. Yeah, life is more mixed than having an absolute. Yeah, no system is 100%. Like all systems have their cons, of course. Like, you know, but I don't think we've ever actually dived into having an entirely socialist government at all. They happen for a little bit, and guess what? Like literally, when they do, the country becomes the best it has ever done, and then the CIA comes in and then destroys it all, and then literally they put up the mess. Like they just say, "Oh, look, it did bad. Look how bad it did." But no, we created the terrorist groups that, or like we create regimes. Literally, that's what we do. We create regimes what's inside those governments that come and try to destroy those things. Like literally, read the Shock Doctrine by Naomi Klein. Like literally, if you want to try to understand like why capitalism in America is so bad, read that book. Social program have very little to do with socialism if it's not the workers doing it. Yeah, and half of the time it's the workers who bring it up. Our governments don't even try doing it. Zunzinio, and read the wiki on the stream. It's about overthrowing communist Cuba. Yeah. I'll read it, and then when you're on tomorrow, I can go ahead and talk about it with you. But again, also too, I know we kind of got sidetracked, but if you're joining us, please feel free to join in, as well as send in any forms of art that you guys may have. We'd love to showcase it and display it if you guys can. But I will take into account the other stuff that you guys have said, and I would love to talk to you guys about it a little bit later. But other than that, thank you for hanging out. I think I'm gonna log off for today. I'll be on tomorrow at 3 p.m. Central, 3 p.m. Pacific Standard Time, as well as yeah, I'll be on Friday. Friday is recap. I will showcase all the art that we have had before. And please come join us. I'm always down to have a conversation whenever or like try to speak about topics that you guys may be interested in, of course. But if you guys know any artists, please have them send in their work. Please come join us. Send in all forms of art. I'll be on at 3 p.m. Pacific. That is 6 p.m. Eastern. But other than that, I hope you guys have a great day. Thank you for the conversations. Thank you for everything.